The Bay Area's rock station, 107.7 The Bone.
There it is, classic AC/DC from 107.7 The Bone, the Bay Area's rock station. I'm Stephen Seaweed with Joe Satriani. Baby Huey, when is that December 2nd and 4th, those AC/DC concerts? Just a guy around here that's supposed to know that
Tuesday
stuff.
and Thursday. December 2nd and 4th.
Thank you. The man is a freaking expert. He's also filming our encounter here. You going to get that up on my page later on?
Sometime next week, I guess.
All right. Joe, you were at the Guitar Superstar competition for Guitar Player magazine. You were one of the judges recently.
That's right, yeah.
And tell me what that was like. A lot of amazing guitar players were there. Steve Vai, your friend, George Lynch from Dokken, Elliot Easton from the Cars, Andy Summers from the Police even rolled in to be the MC.
Yeah, that was great. We sit in the balcony there, and the judges do, and we look down, and to see Andy Summers there walking on stage being the MC was pretty cool. He was a great MC. I think he's got to bring these people out who have this impossible task in like 3 minutes.
They got to be nervous.
There's so much nervous energy.
All they got is 3 minutes?
3 minutes, I think, to go up there and impress these judges who are pretty opinionated. And but we try to have fun with it, and we do see some pretty amazing players. People come and they surprise you. And this time, a woman who played an acoustic guitar with an unusual tuning and some unusual techniques, she took the prize. It was good.
Because she was an acoustic guitar player.
Yeah. Well, everybody comes. I mean, you'll find a metalhead and a country picker and a blues player and a techno guy and an acoustic player. And, it's basically the magazine will go through thousands of entries and pick just 10 to be the finalists. And then we finally get to just sit there and listen to the 10 and as they do their 3 minutes.
So it was fun.
It is kind of fun. Everyone's got a different opinion, and this year they made it a little easier for us. We didn't have the usual argument backstage after they played, because everyone, is picking some other guy or woman as their favorite, and for different reasons. This time we had a vote after each player, and they collected our votes and took them away to a secret location, and they tallied them up without us having really conversed with it. So I think it was better the way they did it this time, and it was more entertaining for the crowd, I think, as well, because it went more quickly, and there was more music, which was great.
I know you probably get asked this a lot, but what do you tell young guitar players when they come up to you and they ask you, what should I do? How can I be like you?
Well, there's no substitute for practice, and the other thing that doesn't get talked about as much is there's really no substitute for experience, and that means just playing with your friends, playing at parties, trying to figure out, musicians, we have a job, which is to play music for people. So you have to get that straight in your head, so you don't work on practicing as if that's the end of the goal. The goal is really to play music for people, to lift people up, to transport their feelings somewhere. And you have to have experience doing that. So that means play for your friends, play for your family, play at kindergartens, play at religious ceremonies, play in the park. You put a hat out on the street, try doing some, just playing for the crowds as they walk by.
Immerse yourself in the craft.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you have to learn, how to work a room, a small room, a big room, medium-sized room, and that's how you find out about yourself, I think, as a player and a performer, and they have to somehow come together so that you learn how to give and share,
I'm glad to see you picked a track from your latest album to play next here, Professor Satriani and the Mysterian of Rock. How's the record doing, by the way?
It's great. I love the way you say that. It sounds so much more important when you say it.
What about this song, Revelation?
Well, it's an unusual piece of music because I started writing it when I got some news that a friend of mine who's a musician had found out that his father passed away, and it was kind of sudden. It wasn't expected. And so I was just sort of, exercising my feelings. I was just letting things out. So I was writing kind of a tribute song to my friend and just that situation. And I wasn't thinking about being a professional, artist and writing that was eventually going to be recording. Then as I'm writing this song, I realized that a lot of feelings I'm having are really my own, remembering my experience having my father pass away about 9 years ago. So that's where the word revelation came in. It was a revealing experience. So then I thought, well, I should finish what this song is really about. And so the chorus was really written for my friend, and then the rest of the song was really about me, and I sort of worked on them together, and when it was done, I thought, well, this is a very strong, evocative piece. It should see the light of day. I should put it on a record. But I didn't want to be too suggestive with the title to bring people down, because it was a heavy subject.
Right.
So, but I thought the word revelation was a great word, because it's sort of open-ended and people can use it as an uplifting piece.
Well, I'm going to start the CD in a sec, but I forget how that thing starts. Is there any way you can remind me what the opening notes of that song are like?
Just like that.
Well, you guitar players listening at home, listen and tell me if he was able to replicate it.
107.7 The Bone.
Streaming online at 1077thebone.com.